Now poetic devices. Okay, now I am going to tell you about poetic devices. First of all, alliteration. It is the occurrence of the same sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Okay, now it is basically about consonant sound, related to consonant sound. Now, for example, has given my heart. Okay, has given my heart here. Heart has heart means H sound is repeating here. Okay, so that's why alliteration has been used in this line. Okay. Now next one is enjambment. Now enjambment, it is a literary device, refers to the practice of running lines from one to the next without using any kind of punctuation marks to indicate a pause. Okay, now here the best example of enjambment is the poem Dust of Snow. Okay, as in the poem there is no punctuation mark within the poem, and this for the whole poem it has been written in a single sentence. As you can see in the poem, at the end of the poem, in the last sentence there is a full stop. Okay, and any other punctuation marks has not been used in the whole poem. Okay, now next literary device, that is anaphora. Anaphora, it is a poetic device in which a word or group of words is used repeatedly at the beginning of sentences or clauses to create a special effect. Okay, now repeated or repetition of particular word, or you can say clauses. Okay, now for example, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Here you can see some say. Okay, this group of words it has been used here. Okay, some say and some say. Fine. Now here some say has been repeated to emphasize the difference of opinion. Now we can say that in this two line which literally has been used, that is anaphora. Okay, now the next literary device, that is assonance. Okay, now what is assonance? It is a close repetition of same vowel sounds. Okay, within a group of words, assonance occurs. Now here sound is important. Okay, I am just telling you about sounds, not the letter or the alphabet. Okay, vowel sound. Okay, and assonance occurs when vowel sound, not letters, are repeatedly used. Okay, in a line. Now alliteration, in alliteration, consonant sound. Okay, we just talk about consonant sound. Okay, where consonant sound is repeated in the given line. Okay, but here in assonance, vowel sound. Okay, the same vowel sound repeats in the given line. Fine. Now for example, but if it had to perish twice, but if it now is this in these two words, if and it, I sound is repeated. That's why assonance, this literary device, has been used in this line. Okay, now the next one is symbolism. Okay, now symbolism, it is very important. The symbolism, it is means here in symbolism is the use of symbols to signify ideas. Okay, and the poem some words are used as symbols, okay, to signify ideas and qualities by giving them symbolic meaning that are different from their literal sense. Okay, it signifies some meaning. Okay, and these meanings are different from their literal sense. Okay, now in Dust of Snow we have seen symbolism. Okay, symbols you can we have used. Okay, many symbols like snow. Okay, and many other. Now here example, for example, in the poem Fire and Ice, fire is a symbol of emotions. Okay, or you can say violent passions. Now the next one is imagery. Imagery, it refers to the mental pictures or images. Okay, all the images, as I have told you in Dust of Snow also, and in the poem Fire and Ice. Okay, all the images which are evoked in the reader's mind. Okay, reader's mind through words in a literary work. Example, Dust of Snow. In this poem, the poet has beautifully evoked the images of winter landscape. Not only that, in poem Fire and Ice, he has evoked the pictures of the world engulfed in fire or covered with deadly ice. This is all about literary device which we have used till now. Okay, in this paradox I have already explained in my video, and metaphor also. Now all this about literary device. Okay.